Yeah, don't like those occasions, but
Well, I got a chance to see everybody that I normally don't see.
mhm.
And we are live on YouTube now.
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
Yeah, don't like those occasions, but
I hear you.
Okay.
Really goes on this?
Yeah. We were hearing back in 20, she got appointed to the Kentucky State Board of Regents.
Right, the first one.
But I haven't, she's been here, a while.
Star.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. How y'all doing?
Good.
Well, we got through the day and here tomorrow. Stars,
Yeah, it's possible.
this thing that this takes up a lot of time, but stuff I need to do.
Yeah.
But you gotta get it done. I'd rather get it done than to linger it.
My daughter's officially moved to Louisville. Wisconsin, but still got some stuff in Wisconsin on the job, but she's here.
Yeah, well, I guess I would say in years past, I would say, Wisconsin, Kentucky is a big change, but Wisconsin has changed.
Yeah, Wisconsin. Madison is really, really nice.
Yeah, that was great city, great.
The cold is the only thing they didn't like.
And we're the TV.
Starts June 9th. Hospital. University.
Mr. Glenn's on twice. We had a
Okay.
issue.
So, no, I've been on twice. What's hall?
I'm on twice.
Oh, no, you're not. I thought it was a black. I'm sorry.
You don't want to turn it in because you're not sure.
We need one more for a quorum. See. Okay, it's That time, let me call the May 21, 2026 meeting of the Kentucky Commission of Human Rights to order. I ask for confirmation of quorum and confirmation of public notice.
We do have quorum and public notice was sent.
Any requests for public participation?
No,
Okay, so the first item of business is consideration of the minutes from the April 16th meeting. Are there any corrections or additions to the minutes? Okay, hearing none, can I have a motion to approve the minutes?
This is Jim Glenn. I make a motion that we accept the minutes as presented.
Been moved and seconded that the minutes be approved, accepted as submitted. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Then those minutes stand approved. Now go to section of reports, and first up is the executive director.
good morning. Wanted to let you all know that we have had virtual meetings with both EEOC and HUD. And we're just kind of keeping updated on different things that are happening, different changes that are affecting them federally, which will kind of trickle down to us and affect us or not affect us federally. We had an opportunity to talk about the different issues in our state as well. And other local commissions from other states were also present, so we had an opportunity to talk to them as well. One of the things that came up is the Senate bill that did not pass, and also the requirements of case closure. So we do have states around us that have different requirements, and so we're going to reach out to them again and kind of understand what they're doing and how they're doing and how they're processing cases. Personnel, as you see in my report, we posted an enforcement officer 1 position that we were going to fill. After that time, we had a resignation by an enforcement officer. And so we will be filling 2 enforcement officer positions. And we are currently in the interview process, and we should be done tomorrow with that process. And again, we will be filling 2 enforcement officer woman positions. May 3rd through the 9th, 2026 was Public Service Recognition Week. And I just wanted to take time to thank Commissioner Worth for his support as we thanked and acknowledged KCHR employees' hard work and commitment to serving the public. We did celebrate on May 6th, our staff. And again, I thank all of you as well as Commissioner Worth for the support that you give our staff every day. Yeah, thank you.
Happy to be of assistance there.
Thank you, Commissioner Worth. There is a change on the status of cases from when the report was submitted. We had 1 case that we withdrew from that case listing. They've asked for a reconsideration, and that was case 9958E. So there are now 43 cases that were submitted for review and approval since our last commission meeting. 39 were employment cases, 3 were housing, and 1 was public accommodation. Of the 39 employment cases, 34 were no probable cause, 4 were withdrawn with settlement, and 1 was withdrawn without settlement. Of the 3 housing cases, 1 was a no probable cause, 1 was a conciliation, and 1 was a withdrawal with settlement. And the public accommodation case was a no probable cause. now to outreach, and Juan Pena will elaborate on some of these things and also include other things. We unveiled the first Great Newcomer Kentuckians poster honoring the late Adolfo Ben Leon Ruiz III. We unveiled it on April 29th at the Louisville Hispanic Chamber of Commerce's Derby event, Derby Pitch 2026. And then again, Juan unveiled the poster again at the Cinco de Mayo celebration on 4th Street, live on May 3rd. We have submitted our application to participate again this year in the state fair. The state fair is scheduled to be August the 20th through the 30th of this year. And the Hall of Fame, we are continuing to seek nominations for the Hall of Fame. And again, the Hall of Fame is scheduled for November the 19th in Frankfurt. I'll answer any questions you may have on words.
Any questions for Cynthia? Okay, hearing none, we'll move on. So budget and personnel, Brandon.
Good morning. I'm in my office because I've got a couple things going on that I couldn't reschedule this morning. You have my report, and I'd love to take any questions at this time.
Any questions on the budget? Finance report. And hearing none, let's move to enforcement.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Commonwealth of Kentucky. On my report, housing, we're making progress. We're doing good in housing, so I'm not going to spend much time talking about housing enforcement right now. We're doing pretty good. I got even about 4 cases in my office right now ready for closure, review for closure. So housing, I'm not going to talk about right now. We did meet with our housing, our GTM with HUD to talk about some cases and what's going on, their evaluation of cases and things like that. If you have any questions, just ask me any questions about that. I want to move straight to employment. So employment, we're doing good with cases submitted. It's 102 out of 150. And this report was done May the 6th. We have an understanding, even in this report, there are cases that have been submitted that are waiting a 14-day period before it can be closed out. So those cases haven't even been counted yet. So we're doing pretty good on the contract, the work share agreement with EEOC as far as number-wise and cases that have been approved. Accepted are 96 out of 150. And once again, that's not including the cases that are waiting a 14-day period and cases that I have currently in my office for review. So we're doing pretty good on that as far as the number-wise. As far as case age, we are working hard and diligently to bring down case age. That is really the big concern of mine right now in employment is case age, in the sense of just making sure we bring those numbers down. Cases they fluctuate in time due to different reasoning, but at the same time, we are focused and staff is focused on bringing that case age down. Bringing in new staff will help out a lot. We have 2 new staff that will start at some point with 1 leaving. I do want to thank that staff member. Can I say her name? Okay. I want to thank Allison for her time with the Kentucky Commission on Human Rights. I want to thank her for her hard work. She came right in, got right to work. She was good at what she was doing. I'm sad to see her go. She wasn't here long, but while she was here, she did a good job. So thank you, Allison, if you're watching or you can hear this. But we do have 2 new staff that will come in eventually, will be trained and get going, and that'll help bring case age down because it'll help bring caseloads down because we'll be able to even them out a little bit more, and you don't have people carrying such high caseloads due to lack of staff. So that is a good thing that should take effect. Y'all probably see more of that effect by the August meeting because of when they start and when cases will get distributed and stuff, because they won't be hired in probably by the next meeting. Which that next meeting date is June the 11th. That is a great day. I'm going to throw that out there. But outside of that, we've been working with legal with cases to view cases for PC panel. Some cases have gotten, he's taken some cases for PC panel and taking them on. So that's really all I have for this report. Not much, going on this report. I have a lot more to say the next commission meeting, which is a great day. Do y'all have any questions?
Any questions for Cedric?
No, you addressed the one I had, and those cases.
The case age. Yeah. Yeah, hopefully that getting new staff helps out a lot, because when you got, staff leave and come and go, and, you got to distribute the cases. Even I have a caseload as well of employment, public accommodation, and housing. So I am investigating as well. And so, yeah, it's tough. I thank my investigators, or not mine, I'm sorry. I thank the investigators because they are working hard to close cases. They are getting it. I know case age is high in employment, but they are getting, they come in, they're working hard, they're closing cases, they're asking me questions about things, they're asking code, they're getting it. They are working hard. They talk to Cynthia, sometimes I'm come to her office and bother her. And so they are working hard to close the cases as best they can. So I can say that with confidence.
Since I think October or November of last year, in the employment area, the number of cases has increased. Or are most of those disability cases?
Then I don't know. So I don't keep up with the cases as far as the basis, as far as my numbers, until after they're closed. Only keep up when they're closed. When they're open, I don't know.
But we can find that
Right.
out.
We can find it out,
That
yeah.
information too. We can send that out in the email. That's.
I know in housing, I can say for sure, because I do see the housing, I distribute that part out. Those are still disability high. Housing is, I cannot say that about employment. I don't know, but housing is still high disability.
We'll send that out.
Yeah, I'm just trying to determine, given the current environment in terms of how things are, and looking at that spike over the last, or like really since October, November of last year.
I can say in our meeting that we had with EEOC and meeting with one of the commissioners of EEOC, everybody on that one said that disability has surpassed race in their states as well. Disability is high and it's surpassed.
Sit it
Currently.
down and record it really over and over and over again and sing it to members of the Kentucky General Assembly.
Yeah, this is our neighboring states. Disability is their number one protected class now, and it has surpassed race and retaliation. And that's what they said in the meeting that we were in last week or week before last.
Are people just going public with their complaints now? Is that driven by that, or has it always been there, it just hadn't been reported?
Disability has always been, it's been, ever since I started here in 2017, disability was high. Now, I don't know if it was the number one because I wasn't in position to know that at that time, but since I've been back in 2023 as a supervisor, disability has been number one overall cases. Now, I say overall, now if you separate them by employment, public accommodation, and housing, I don't know individually, but overall disability has been the number one protected class overall in all cases that have closed in enforcement. I always want to make that clear. I don't count them if they go to the legal, or if it closed in mediation when we had mediation. I do not count that. I only count what closes in enforcement, and disability is the high number, and it's always been consistent for years in enforcement.
Any additional questions for Cedric?
I wondered if there is a listing of what types of disability are brought forward. Is it accessibility issues? Is it facilities? I just wondered if people are classifying discriminatory things under disability because maybe they're not able to they don't feel comfortable mentioning it in some other way.
For my
The problems they're having.
So for my review of cases, no, it's disability. It's actually disability. It's usually physical or it's mental disability. Typically, I've not seen what I've read and looked at as a case or a complaint where it came in and they were saying disability and meaning a different protected class trying to get it through. It's been disability. They've been disability cases. They're not trying to sneak something in and meaning something else.
Yeah.
From the intake perspective, we have seen a lot of inquiries related to disability, and most of them, I would say, related to mental disability, because it's not very obvious. When it comes to physical, I've seen that employers have the tendency to respond because they cannot deny the disability. But when it's mental, especially when it comes to PTSD and so on, and other form of disability, I think they just have a hard to see that connection between the reasonable accommodation that's requested and the disability itself. And that's where the complaint comes in.
And I think to further answer his question, you can probably, both of you probably tell me if this is right. I would expect that most of the disability cases in employment are failure to accommodate cases, right? I think that that's what he was getting to
Yes.
about whether there's barriers to access and things like that. I think it's just failure to accommodate mostly, if that helps.
Any other questions, Cedric? Okay, let's move to education outreach intake one.
So good morning, commissioners. You have my report before you. As you can see that our number of inquiries, I start to see a pattern there. I think it stays around the 170. This last month was 188, but it stays around that range right there. And hope to provide you a report at the end of the fiscal year. That will be in July or August when we meet to see the number of inquiries that comes every month for the last 4 months. I just want to thank you all commissioners for participating at the community outreach session after meeting last month. I believe that our guests and attendees really benefit greatly from that sessions. It was first of its kind. I felt like it was very productive, and Commissioner Parra, thank you for bringing the whole community to the meeting and also for your support to the evening training that was very successful. It was a long day, but it was very productive. Thank you. Ms. Cynthia Fox mentioned about the Gallery of Great Black Kentuckians. So on May the 30th, we will unveil the 67th poster of the Gallery of Great Black Kentuckians to honor Miss Alberta Odell Jones. And we have been in contact with her sister, Flora Flora Shackling, who will be receiving a frame posters of her sister. So I want to thank the Park Alliance of Louisville for partnering with the Kentucky Human Rights Commission to allow us to unveil that poster at the inauguration of the second phase of the Alberta O. Jones Park. And the unveiling itself is going to be at 3:30 p.m. At the park. So anyone's welcome. You're invited to attend. So we're still pushing hard to receive more nominations for the Kentucky Civil Rights Hall of Fame. As of right now, we have 2 of them that has come to our office, and many individuals have stated that they will be sending their nominations. So again, we trying to find ways how we can encourage communities or individuals to submit nomination of their community leaders. Cynthia Fox mentioned about the Kentucky State. We're gonna be having a booth at the Kentucky State Fair as last year. We will send you more information about that. So if you have an idea how we can improve our booth, how to make it more entertaining, just please let us know.
Entertainment.
So that's all I have here. I'm happy to take any questions that you may have.
Questions for Juan?
Do you guys have a current plan for the state fair that's gonna be different? Because I know you guys participated last year. And I think that we had mentioned last year that you guys noticed that a lot of people didn't know certain things. Are we gonna?
Yes and no. We don't have anything in writing, but I think it's in the process for us to come out with some good questions that would encourage thinking to our attendees. So several activities that I would like to try this time, like you would talk about the Ferris wheel, like people spin it and it lands to a certain question, then that person gets a prize. Again, trying to appeal the people to stop at a booth and learn. Yes. And I think last year we can just kind of improvise and people draft their questions, and that was good. A lot of people just kind of learn it from it. But we want to make it more uniform as well. And I want to thank, yes, go ahead.
Did you guys see or have a track of who was actually participating in the booth, like age-wise? Was it children, adults, or?
I saw a good range.
That-
Really, I mean, there's all sorts of folks out there to fair, and I think they all stop by.
Yes, we don't have a number tally, but again, that's not the idea that we might be adult children. Yes. But it's a wide range, I think. I think it was well received this year.
It was a lot of people stopped by
Yeah.
different ages.
So I was like, maybe we could work around who was cater it a little bit more, but if it's all around.
It was Halloween.
We might have a pull-up poster just gonna shows the type of kids they receive, for example, disability, this is the number, race, color, national origin, so on. I think that might encourage some curiosity from the people, say, oh, disability. Yeah, but I want to thank to the staff, the intake and education outreach staff for their hard work, or do everything that we can to gather as much information we can when we do the intake and draft the complaints. So to assist more to the enforcement unit.
Okay, any additional questions for Juan? And if you guys think about it, more ideas for the booth for State Fairs, share that with them and send it in. It's very informative, surprising in terms of some of the people who come to the booth and questions that get asked. And so,
Yes.
it's a great opportunity. Okay, legal unit.
Good morning, all. You've got my report. Nothing to add outside of the report, and I'm happy to take any questions about the report if there are any.
Questions for Cole? There are no committee reports. Is there any new business?
I have something briefly, it's not new business, it's like a meeting in Paducah when the commission comes. And I don't know what would be the best format to do this, but I thought it would be great. Taking off the model and Bowling Green too as well. But since the commission is gonna be there, to send a letter out to the housing authority. Of course, the local commissioners and the NAACP, and invite them to, interact with the commission while they're there. Especially if housing, they might have some questions, and then you're there, you're the expert. You can assist them or answer questions for them as well. So I didn't know if we invite them to the meeting that morning so we can interact with them after the meeting to talk with the members, or do we want to do something separate? Kind of like a reception and have them come to that. Because the dinner that we're planning for the commission would be with the local commission and the local commissioners in the city. But not the housing authority.
It may be good to invite them to the meeting itself, all of those groups.
So a personalized letter from the commission for that. All right.
Sorry to be out over here. Do you all think that we should have a community outreach session as well to be more informal or interactive?
I think that's what she seeks, right?
I'm sorry.
That's what you're seeking, correct?
Yeah,
in
in
addition-
fact, send out individual invitations to groups and organizations.
My question is, do we have we'll meet at the city hall arrangement, right, where the city council meets? You just wonder if you have that space for an extended period of time or not, would be my only thought.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure we would, but similar to have it, I guess is my point.
Okay, we can plan something like that and have that interactive, and I think that was very
I thought it was great.
very good.
You
Yes.
reach a different demographic whenever you do it. I would just push it to having it in the afternoon. 'Cause people work. So if you want to reach out more people, doing that. We did get a bigger people that we didn't see in the morning. We saw them in the
Right, we had a
afternoon.
reception last year in the evening, that's what I was saying, if we could have. Invite, then maybe something in the evening time, in the morning as well, to the
Yeah.
commission meeting, but it's a big celebration going on in Paducah, so many people are taking off work. And they would come, they'll come to the commission meeting that morning, and then,
But they got the commission meeting scheduled, Doris, for that Thursday morning.
for us,
And I thought most of the activities like Friday and Saturday.
we
We had
had,
a dinner that Wednesday.
well, we're gonna look at the schedule, we'll talk to you about that, because NAACP has an event. that same night, it wouldn't really conflict, but we have to work on the schedule that we can also attend. It's at the community center.
We just need to know so that we can schedule the rooms, because we need to confirm lodging.
Right.
So we need to know what days we should expect to be there. If it's last year, we were there Wednesday evening, Thursday and Friday. But when we talked to you earlier, we just knew of events on Wednesday and Thursday.
Oh, there are events on Friday, there are events the whole week.
Okay. Decide what we want, what we'll be participating in, or if there's gonna be a KCHR event on Friday, I guess, or program or activity on Friday. We'll know how to do the lodging.
Okay.
I think back to Anita's, statement is whether we need to move the commission meeting to start in the afternoon and flow into the community session as opposed to having a commission meeting that morning and then a break.
There's so much going on for the 8th of August that have it in the evening might be a conflict because of the other activities that are
Well,
going on.
not having a commission meeting in the evening. I'm talking about having the commission meeting that afternoon. Then we're talking about inviting in community folks to be there. Her comment was we got more participation because we did it in the afternoon.
Yeah,
At lunchtime, it's just the fact that, well, I'll
it's a busy day.
send out the 8th of August schedule so you can see. But I think moving the commission meeting to the evening will conflict with all the 8th of August.
Not the evening, afternoon.
Well, afternoon would still conflict with the 8th of August activities that are going on. There's so much going on that week. And I'll pull the schedule. We can look at that.
Just let us know, like I said, so that we can do the lodging and arrangements that we need to.
Well, the community's gonna be at the breakfast that morning, because there's that breakfast that we're gonna do.
Oh, change.
Yes, in the chamber breakfast, so you're gonna have the community there that morning. A huge community's gonna be, everybody's gonna be there at breakfast. And then right after the breakfast, we have a little break and then we had our meeting. So there's still an opportunity to meet citizens, because they're gonna introduce us, at the breakfast and we're planning a cushion of an hour, I think, in between that breakfast after it ends to our meeting. So that's an opportunity also to meet citizens, because we'll be there, and it's gonna be a couple hundred people in that room for the breakfast.
I would just like to say, I have a question. I know that we're doing this season where we're going to different places, right? Are we good financially to be able to continue to do that?
Yes.
Question, because I know we have a lot of things and I didn't wanna be like, okay, maybe we can't do this, but I would like to also say thank you guys for coming. It was a success on our part. A lot of us got in Bowling Green, we were able to communicate with each other to get to know each other a little better and see who's actually involved in these things. In the afternoon, it was a completely different group of people that showed up, and it was more of a local community thing. We received a lot of questions, we received a lot of comments, and people that are local leaders showed up to that. And it was great to see that they were there, they were writing down, they were taking notes. It was very interesting, and I'm very grateful that you guys came, that Juan was there to answer the questions, because it is something that's difficult to do, especially with people. So thank you so much for all that you do and taking time, because he was there well after the meeting was over, answering questions. And I think that this year, since it is an election year, a lot of people that we usually don't reach tend to come to these things because they want to be seen. So I think that we need to take advantage of that. I saw a lot of political people that we didn't even invite to the Bowling Green ones. They just showed up. The judge showed up, which even the city people were like, we never see them. He never shows up to our event. He's always invited, and he popped up. So that was
We sent him
a
an
big
invitation.
We sent him.
Yeah, we sent him an invitation.
Yeah, but he never goes.
Oh.
Everybody invites him, he never does.
Okay.
So that was a shock even for the city. That he was there, and that did make a difference. He posted about it, everybody posted about it, so thank you guys for being there, for taking the time, and it did reach a group of people.
Good.
that were sharing that information and people that were asking more questions about the commission. So I think that we need to push that a little bit more this year. But that's why I was asking, I was like, if we're capable of doing that, I think that we also should consider, I love that we had that afternoon community meeting, because I cannot push it more and say it more, that you reach a bigger demographic in the afternoon and a different demographic, the ones that we need to be able to reach.
Yeah, monetarily, there's no problem. It's the staffing.
Yeah.
But we're working on it and we're working together as a team. So you'll see people that, you may see people that are not necessarily outreach that will try to get involved with things.
But Juan is very knowledgeable.
Oh,
He was given information about things I didn't know.
excellent.
Well, I've asked the commission before, if we get a helicopter, I might be able to be in every county. I'm just throwing out there.
Okay, any further discussion on the meeting in Paducah in August? Okay, again, things been shared, we'll get that. Any other new business?
Just to confirm, we are meeting on June the 11th up here in Covington. And I'm just curious if any of the commissioners or staff are interested in doing something the evening prior on June the 10th. And if not, no hurt feelings. But if there are some staff members and commissioners coming up on June the 10th, I'm happy to pull together a cocktail hour or a dinner for us, but certainly don't want to have anybody involved in forced fun that doesn't sound interesting.
Sounds interesting. I have a long drive, so I'll be there.
Well, Cedric has his hand.
Oh, no, I was saying I would go.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if I can speak, so I was just telling you.
Celebrate your birthday.
Yeah, June 11 needs to be I
Yeah.
need to hurry up with the meeting that day.
Cynthia, do you think that Maria or one of the staff members might be able to fire me off an email about who might be coming up on June the 10th and might be interested in, I don't know, like a 5:00 p.m. cocktail hour followed by dinner?
Yes, we can do that. Right now, I was just telling the chair, it's the commissioners, the staff, we were gonna drive up the morning of. But, you know, if something changes, if there's some other event that you want us to be, we can make arrangements for that. But right now, it's we will make sure we poll again the commissioners to make sure who will be arriving the night before. And we'll let you know in the next.
Great.
hour.
Just an offer if there's interest, and like I said, no hurt feelings if people, if their schedules won't allow for that, so.
Thank you.
So the next item on the agenda was to say the next week would be in Covington, so we've covered that. Is there any other item of business needs to come before the commission today? Hearing none, can I have a motion for adjournment?
So moved.
It's moved.
Jim Glenn, second.
It's moved to second that we adjourn. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, motion passed and we're adjourned. So thank you all, and we'll see you either on June the 10th or June the 11th in Covington. Okay, thank you, everybody.
Take care.